Alright guys, let's continue with our CSS course. In this video I'm going to do a bit more positioning with our elements, and then I'm going to talk about a few basic tags dealing with our body of the HTML browser and assigning some default values of our website, which will make it consistent throughout the whole website. So first thing I'm going to do, I'm going to get rid of the different direction of margin. I'm just going to put 10 pixels in every direction like this. And I've changed this to clear both, so they're going to clear on separate lines, guys. Alright, and I'm going to put the width to 75%. Alright, so let's put the width again to 75% on section 2. Refresh. There you go, cleared section 2. And what we can also do, guys, is get rid of the float and get rid of the float completely. And in our HTML document we can wrap this in a center tag. Alright, so we're going to put things in the center, close it off, and I'm going to indent it a bit. Whoops, Text Wrangler doesn't like doing that for some reason. If I refresh, now it's aligned in the center. There's 75% in width, and that looks pretty cool. So there you go, guys. So another thing to touch on, guys, I talked about the 4 different directions in a previous video. What we can also do is margin dash top, alright, something like that, 10 pixels. We can do left, margin right, and margin bottom. Alright, guys, and we can use that as well in our padding, for example padding bottom like that. So if you just want to change one direction of the property, you can do that. Alright, guys, so that's that. The body tag, right, we can change the body tag in CSS. We can assign properties to our body tag so it's consistent throughout our whole website. So if we attach the CSS file to our header in our HTML web page and use it in every web page, our body will conform in every web page. So what can we do in the body? We can change the background for a start. We can put a background of like EEE, which is close to a white, a very light shade of grey. So let's refresh. As you can see, it's taken effect straight away. One of the things I like doing is changing the margin to 0, just 0 out in all directions, guys. I think the default is a couple of pixels, but if there's no margin you can place elements or styles right at the side of the web page if you wanted to. Alright, so that's that. Another thing we can do is declare the default font, the actual font of the website. We can put font family, and the font I always use, guys, is Arial. We can assign more fonts if you wanted to by doing font 2, font 3, etc. If this font is not available, it will default to font 2. If that's not available, 3, and if none of them are available, it will go to the default web browser font, which looks like Times New Roman. Alright, so I'm just going to put Arial for now because I can't think of any off the top of my head. Okay, there we go, guys. As you can see, it's changed to Arial. I use this in all my websites. Arial, it's a nice, professional, clean font, and it's friendly as well. So, sorry, guys, I've got a bad throat. Another thing we can change is the default color of text. Alright, we can just put the color here, and we can change it to a very dark shade of grey, 333, for example. Boom, there we go. It's kind of changed a little bit. The font size, the default font size of text and the paragraph, which I'm going to put for 12 pixels. This overwrites text throughout the whole web page, guys. If you want to change the paragraph text, for example, you can just put P, change the paragraph text like that. Alright, if you want to have another size, or the H1, H2, etc. And if I refresh, as you can see, the H1's changed and normal text has changed as well. So the header tags kind of conform to the web page font size. Something to keep in mind. So as you can see, we can style a bunch of things in the body before we even code our styles to make the web page look pretty nice. Alright, guys, so that's that. So what else do I want to go through in this video? I think I might leave it there, guys. Remember, a really good website to go on is W3 Schools if you want to find out more properties in CSS. In the next video, I want to actually block out a nice web page structure, use some properties in real-world situations, because let's face it, that's the most valuable information. Alright, so I'll probably see you guys in the next video. See you then.